Well, it finally happened. Our minivan went bye-bye yesterday. You know, if you've watched our videos, we've been camping all the way from Florida to California, and this is the next phase. As some of you know, we've been driving across country from Florida to California, Oregon, Utah, Texas, New Mexico, and camping along the way
Partly.
in our minivan.
Yeah.
Well,
in our tent. I mean, in our tent.
we have talked about it for a few years. We don't rent cars when we travel, and yesterday it happened. The minivan left,
Yeah.
and we are car free.
Mm-hmm.
And I suspect that we will be loving it
I think so too.
because it kind of fits with our style.
Yeah. Well, in Europe and anytime overseas, we don't have a car. We take bus. We walk. We walk a lot. Also distance.
Local transportation.
Yeah.
And in a pinch, we'll use an Uber or taxi going to an airport.
Sure. 2 a.m. catch a flight. You get an Uber or taxi or a bus, whatever goes. Yeah.
So we're staying with friends in Northern California, and our shakedown, what I called our shakedown,
It's
driving
complete.
across the country.
It's complete,
Where,
I think.
Where the things from the 3-bedroom house that went into the motorhome, that went into storage, that went into the van, that went into backpacks, are down to 2 backpacks that we will carry on and 2 bags that we're shipping to Hawaii.
Yeah, they're pretty overstuffed bags. 50 kilos, right? Or 50
pounds.
50 pounds, Jesus.
Yeah, it isn't even more than most people would take on a big trip.
On an ordinary trip, yeah.
And those are all our household belongings.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with a small studio that a friend has for us on Oahu next week.
Yay!
So it's getting real.
And he told us, I'm planning on a job, but he told us, don't go to work right away. Just get here first. So I think we'll do that and go swimming, go snorkeling, and hang out for a bit.
So the lifestyle that we'll be staying in a place is different, but I don't know that our lifestyle will change so much.
Yeah.
We're going to be walking and hiking and taking local transportation. And Olga, if you've watched any of our videos, you know Olga craves the water, so we'll be doing activities.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of water in Hawaii, so
my big change will be that I will join a gym, which I miss that. I need that. Mm-hmm. So that's probably one of the first things I'm going to do. And start working out, and from there usually the job comes. If you meet people.
And green drinks and smoothies have kicked in.
Yeah, less food, guys, less food. Vegan and less fresh.
That will impact me more than Olga, I suspect.
Oh God, I hope it impacts me too.
But it's already in process.
Yeah.
Our little hot plate went. The jackery went that we used for making coffee while we're camping. Even our one pan went.
Yeah.
So we'll be starting a little bit from scratch, and
that's okay.
The scope of Pleasant Journeys is going to take a shift also. But for now, the idea for me was because we're seeing so much with global warming, flooding and fires and sea level rise, and I woke up this morning and said, "Oh, we are finally car free."
Yeah. Big
deal.
So yeah.
It's a step, and our life, I realize, is very different from a lot of people.
Yeah.
And but car free is a big deal.
Yeah, in the United States, on the mainland, it's tough to be car free. In Europe, it's a lot easier. And I think in Hawaii, it's going to be very possible. You already know that because you used to live there. So it'll be buses and however else, small distances, several miles. We can just walk that or run or whatever. It's not going to be a big deal. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. Free at last.
Olga studied environmental science and ecology, and it was kind of like the focus of her marine work.
Marine science.
That she kept saying, "Hey, we have to look at
to make changes,
the complete circle, and see the consequences of things."
And smaller scale living, so that everything is within reach, easy reach, so you can get a bicycle or some other little.
She says smaller scale living and points to my oversized belly.
No, I did not. No such
But
thing. Yeah. That'll go away when you do the smoothies, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we'll have a Shrinking Man testimonial
Hmm.
video when
Before and after.
that occurs.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
you've seen them before, and we're on our way to Hawaii. So, aloha.
Yay!